Hi everybody, Red X Rain here with another episode of Let's Play Toonstruck for the PC. And last time we left off here, well, actually where we started the last video here back at the central hub of Zanydoo, but this time we have a lot more stuff. We got some, well, I guess not a lot more stuff, but we got some butter, we got a mallet, the magnet, the glove, a whole bunch of stuff that we can actually use to get some stuff done here. So first and foremost, let's go see our old buddy Jim. Last time he didn't let us use this pumpatron machine, but you know, it's been a couple of days. Maybe he's had a change of heart. Maybe he won't mind. He's just having an off day.
Oh, stop right there, worm-like insect. That machine is only for club members. You are barely fit to look at it, let alone touch its shiny chrome.
Well, if that's how he's gonna play, then well, you know, gotta do what we gotta do, right?
Almost everything is better with butter.
You brought this upon yourself, Jim.
Jim, oh, buddy.
Do not be mistaking me. I am not some kind of aging friend of yours in any way.
So we'll ask him to do this routine again, which he did really well last time, but
I mean, if it were me, I'd be afraid I'd break my neck. But then you don't have one, so I guess you don't have to worry.
There is no danger to me. I am keeping my equipment in perfect condition, much like my body.
In that case, if it's no trouble, I'd sure like to see your routine again.
All right, I will be performing for you, to be showing you what you can never hope to achieve.
this is why you should always wipe down your equipment, kids.
Leaving so soon?
Come again when you can't stay longer!
Alright, so now that we've injured this businessman, maybe to the point of death, let's use his equipment. And this is a sort of an odd thing that you need to do it to continue on.
Tippy-top physical condition.
Do you have any aspirin?
And this is just an animation that happens after after Drew uses the pumpatron. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh no! Yes, Count Nefarious has gotten back, and he's zapping more of Q-topia here. But this is the first time where we're actually seeing some element of, you know, we've been to the barn before. We met, where the hell am I going? We met Marge, we met Polly, they seem pretty nice. So let's see how they're doing.
Marge!
Oh.
Polly?
Mistress Marge and Punisher Polly, divas of destruction.
Yeah, I remember playing this when I was, when I was like 8 years old, and I totally didn't understand
Give it to me.
what was going on here.
Or you sack of mutton. Glue is something you earn, slug. What have you done for us
that was weird.
lately? Give it to me.
Well, I guess that's how you make, one way to make whipped
Hello.
cream.
Ladies.
Well, not technically speaking, of course.
Oh, boy.
Fines hit the barn, didn't he?
I guess a half dozen times.
And I've never felt better. Harder! Harder! Tenderize this side of beef.
Bad cow! Bad cow! Take that!
Flux, we can't just stand here.
I mean, if you're into that, that's totally cool.
Slipping by wildly, reporting for duty.
Let's see. Let's
What's
ask
wrong
about
with
the
your
Toonstruck
Toonstruck?
here, yeah.
Call me crazy, but I swear it's making glue.
Well, that sign
Course
does say
it is.
glue.
Can't you read?
Drew.
It's a gluatron. With it, I'm making the finest glue in the world. The quickest drying, the strongest smelling. I know you want it, but you can't have any.
But how do you go from
That
making...
ridiculous whip.
Oh.
There's got to be something better.
How do you go from making butter to making glue?
Where's Elmer?
Yeah, it's not like him to move.
Elmer, that's a sticky question.
Oh.
Very sticky.
I haven't seen Elmer for quite a while, but he's certainly around here somewhere.
Well, that's certainly some dark humor
You
there.
get the feeling they're not telling us something?
That's okay. That's what I think it is. We didn't want to know
Yeah,
anyway.
a little bit of foreshadowing there with his name, I
Well,
suppose.
See you later. It's been disturbing.
Careful with that whip. You could hurt somebody.
So, we can't go for the glue just yet, but we can get some of this dangerous-looking gunk. The fertilizer doesn't really do us any good anymore, so let's go ahead and swap things out.
Who needs fertilizer? I'd rather have this stuff.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Alright, and actually we can do something with this right away.
Don't spare the rod. Don't.
Right over here? Yeah. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do it quickly here. Yeah, so we're gonna pour it on the briar patch here so we can actually finally get to this pepper.
Oopsie. I seem to have spilled weed killer on this nice briar patch.
Unlucky.
I think what's most unsettling about Marge the cow, and her sort of transformation is you could maybe kind of hear it when she was the Q-topian Marge.
I think you'll find that Pepper
But now that the voice is a little
actually
bit gruffer, you can
classified as
you can
food
definitely tell it's Tress McNeil, and the voice reminds me a little bit too much of Miss Skinner, Seymour Skinner's mom from The Simpsons, and that's just not an
Whip
image I
my
need.
cream.
The first round was so good. Maybe I'll try second.
Well, they did make a whipped cream joke. Here I thought I was being clever and pithy and thought of a pun that they hadn't, but... Alright, so we can't get the glue like I said last time, so let's just keep on keeping on. And we have one more stick of butter. Let's go actually to a place we haven't been yet and characters we haven't met yet here in Q-topia, because there was nothing we could really do here before.
Excuse me, do you...
Why, look, brother. I think we've got some new faces here in the bakery.
I'll say, welcome, fellows.
Alright, so we got Jim Cummings coming back again, Rob Paulson doing some stuff here.
Pleased to meet you, fellas. We're
The Baker Boys.
Awkward silence!
So, I'm walking down the street, and an old man comes up to me and asks directions to the fish market. The fish market, I say.
Don't ask me. I thought you brought the strudel.
Wait a minute. That didn't make any sense.
It didn't?
No, he's right.
All right. It's just not the same now that it's just me and me.
Just you and you?
No, me.
That's me.
Hold it right there.
He's Doe, I'm me. We also have a middle brother named Ray.
Or at least, we did.
Our poor departed brother Ray was the one who sang the middle note,
Which is always the
told
most
middle of
important
the
note.
jokes, and ran the middle bakery.
Departed? Did Ray croak?
Oh,
He departed. One day he went out, and he never came back.
And ever since, it's been a tough go for me and me.
I like these guys. They remind me of sort of, got sort of a vaudevillian kind of
He was
thing going, but of course they're missing their brother, so.
Did you say Shanghai? Ray was Shanghai? Whoa! I mean, whoa! Okay, someone tell me what Shanghai means.
Someone kidnapped him?
Ah,
What
bingo.
the origin of
yeah.
that expression
Well,
is.
We think it may have been Nefarious' horrible henchmen.
Why would they do
Oh
that?
yeah, we haven't seen
We
his
think
henchmen
maybe
yet.
it
I
was a
don't
case
think.
of mistaken identity.
So you're saying you think they meant to kidnap some other baking, singing frog?
Who could that be?
So, you guys are bakers?
That's right. Me here runs the day-old bakery, and I run the day-young bakery.
Day Young Bakery?
Selling bread that isn't finished yet. You know, lumps of dough.
Of course. How silly of you, Drew.
Something
Ray.
Lewis Carroll-y about that
He used
scenario.
to run the regular
The
bakery.
wordplay
Oh,
there.
it was perfect, yeah.
To me.
After I made my dough, Ray would cook it into nice rolls and sell those in his shop.
The day after, Ray would pass the leftover rolls on to me, and I'd sell them at my place.
But now that our dear brother is gone,
Those dough is left uncooked.
and Me shelves are bare.
I think that's the saddest story I've ever
It's actually not a terrible business venture. I mean, you're, you know, making
Well, despite all your troubles,
3 times
at least you
profit
have your
potentially,
dough,
I suppose.
right?
Wrong.
Right after Ray disappeared, things went from bad.
To extra bad.
You see, Q-topia ran out of butter. And without butter, dough can't make dough.
What if you just leave out the butter?
Leave out the butter.
No butter, no
What happens
dough.
if you do
Take it
not
from
put
me.
butter in dough?
I mean, yeah.
I'm not a baker,
right?
so I don't know. I hate baking.
Sure. Who else?
My girlfriend loves it, and she's great at it,
Well,
but
I guess we
it's
better
too
be
much.
going.
Take care.
I love to cook, but man, do I hate to bake.
Always take a sweater.
Don't forget to write.
Poor guys. Should we give them our last stick of butter? I mean, it is the last stick of butter in the entire world. Well, I guess if we want to get home, we should probably do it. Reluctantly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Welcome.
Butter. Aw, thank you, friends. Now, allow me to treat you to the yummy wares of my day young bakery. Joy. Joy. Yeah, happy.
Yeah, you should probably give us, like, more than that. Like I said, this is the last stick of butter in the world, potentially, so... Maybe
There
that,
you
take that
go.
piano off your hands or
One
something.
freshly prepared lump of raw dough, yeah.
Yummy.
Ah, it's a wonderful
What is going on with
making
this
dough
audio?
Again. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm so happy.
Me too. Completely, perfectly.
Oh, good, now they'll stay happy, right?
Fabulously, amazingly, wonderfully happy.
They won't look like sad, dumpy
If only
frogs.
Ray were here to celebrate with us.
Boy, that didn't last long.
And they're back to it. Well, now we have some raw dough, and sometimes I forget to do this. Let's see how good Drew is at the piano. He was pretty good at the organ and the bar. Oh.
Oops.
Yeah. Should we give it back to him? No, you know what? That's our extra payment for that last stick of butter. And I think that's all we can do in there. What else? What else? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Let's go into the arcade, and let's take another swing at this, what's it called? Strengthometer.
Mind if I take a whack at that strengthometer?
Sure, go ahead. Here's your lucky mallet.
No thanks. I brought my own.
Hey, nobody said nothing about bringing your own freaking mallet. Sign.
But nobody said nothing about not
Yeah?
bringing.
Like my old pop used to say to me, fingers, you stupid, good-for-nothing little creep. Always use the right tool for the job. And by the way, you smell like crap. Wise guy, my pop.
I'll bet.
Now, I suggest you put that down before I...
Remember, this is Q-topia.
before you hurt your poor little back. Oh, but if you want to use it, just go right ahead.
This is a familiar sight. And see, the idea here is that since we used Jim's pumpatron, we're actually Drew is strong enough to be able to wield this mallet.
Oh, no.
That's a lot better than last time.
Yes! What? That's impossible. I mean... Well, congratulations. You don't think I'm impressed. You know what they say about guys who need big mallets.
Okay, Squid Boy, where's our chef?
All right, that's the prize.
Yeah, here. Take your freaking wine.
Hey, this isn't Chablis. This says it's Captain Blowhard's Prue wine.
That could be good.
And I hope you both joke on it.
I mean, I've had some wine made from non-grape stuff. That's good. Don't forget to pick up the bells here. That's important. I mean, he's not going to have much use for it anyway, I suppose, anymore. And, okay, so what do we got? Okay, so I think actually it's time to head over to an area we haven't yet seen. Of course, we've been over here, but we've never been over to the Malevolands. I mean, we should go check out, like, what we're up against, right? I mean, we've seen all of Q-topia, pretty much all of Zany do. Let's go see what the Malevolands is like. Let's go... Let's keep going straight. Yeah. Uh-oh.
How you doing, gents?
Hello.
Lovely day for a stroller, ain't it? BB Wolf, at your service.
BB?
Short for Big Bad.
Catchy.
And practical. Big Bad is a real mouthful.
Another crack like that, my friend, and you'll be the mouthful. With whom do I have the treasure speaking?
I'm Drew Blank, and he's Flux Wildly.
Pleased to meet you.
That's nice. Anyway, we'd better be going.
Stick around the memento, fellas. I got a little flavor to ask you. See, I'm having some friends for dinner this evening, and I was hoping you might bring me a bottle of tasteful vino to accompany my rap host. Without my evening glass of wine, I get a little testes, if you snatch my drift.
Hey, I can feel a little testes myself when the mood takes me.
Consider your drift firmly snatched, Mr. Wolf.
Please, call me BB. I persist.
All right, BB. I'll be sure to keep an eye out for some wine.
Pardon me, friends, but I do believe there's been a small incommunicado. See, I'm not asking you to keep an eye out. I'm telling you to bring me some stinking wine if you want to get through these woods alive.
Yeah, this BB, he's a really cool character.
Now, I want to wish you and your friend good luck in your missionary.
That's real big of you, BB.
Of course, everything about me is big.
And of course, it is Jim Cummings, once again, who we just heard as Doe, the frog, but this is more of his...
All the better for seeing how you ain't got my wine.
More of his gruff bad guy voice, which he uses in Disney films all the time. But yeah, so this is one time where I actually came prepared. Imagine that. You'd think this was like some sort of walkthrough where I knew what to do next. Good color. But apparently it's not so good. Yikes.
We're in a stew pot!
With green water!
Buddy, I'll have us out of here in a jiffy. BB, there's been a silly mistake. You seem to have fallen into your soup.
You lost me.
Seriously, what would make that water green?
Mistake?
Well, I mean, Flux and I clearly don't belong in this cook pot. We're, you know, still alive.
Bro, don't give him any ideas.
Listen.
But that's how you make the meat oh so tender.
You know,
like lobster.
it sort of breaks prototype to be on a first-name basis with dinner. Let's go back to the Mr. Wolf thing.
Listen, Mr. Wolf, it's getting really warm in here.
That's the idea.
If you eat us, King Hugh is going to be very unhappy.
That joker wouldn't be unhappy if he saw his mother get flatulent by us.
Oh, BB and his word choice.
Got no authorship in these woods. Out here, I am king.
Ooh.
And
I
you...
don't know what Nefarious would have to say about that.
Okay, I think it's time to move on to Plan B.
Or Plan
What's Plan
B,
B
B,
again?
B?
Coming up with Plan
B.
C.
I was afraid of that.
So we do have a plan. We can't get to our bag or anything like that. It's gone. But we just gotta basically we just gotta alternate clicking left and right on the side of the pot here in a sort of steady rhythm. And after, I don't know, maybe about 10 clicks or so, Oh, the water's not green anymore. I wonder if his stash is fake too.
Get out of the way! Get
I remember that always creeped me out in the original Wizard of Oz when those feet curl up, the leg. Oh, gosh, it's creepy, man. Again, though, another nice sort of meta reference to a story where,
Hot pot sure got rid of the wolves.
Not to mention all my muscle aches.
well, yeah, where a character is taken into a strange new land that they don't understand, kind of thing. So there's just a few things we can do here. It's kind of a one-stop shop. Whoa, Drew, where are you putting that? That seems really dangerous. So yeah, we got this open fire, we got the roasting spit, and I think, well, first of all, let's go ahead and use this fire real quick.
That was cool.
And totally not how popcorn works. You cannot just put corn on fire and make popcorn. But that's okay, this is a fantasy world of cartoons, I guess. And let's put the dough on the
There must be
spit.
a more convenient way to do that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, this I don't know what I was thinking.
I'll just put this back where I found it.
Again, how are you putting that in your coat, Drew? Okay. Alright. Is it this way? Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes more sense. There we go.
Hey, I didn't know you could cook. I mean bake. I mean barbecue.
I like that. So yeah, now we can take the roll. Now we can take the spit again. Isn't that really hot, too? I mean, not only is it, like, immensely sharp, but it can be really freaking hot. This is really easy to miss, this book that's over here. Ooh. Just for kicks, I wonder what this book's about. What is BB into here? A recipe for squirrel love. See the squirrel, look for the female squirrel. Oh, so he's into some interesting reading material. Don't know why he would have that. But, anyway. Yeah, okay. So we've got this interesting book. We got some popcorn. Got a roasting spit. We didn't die. Oh my gosh, more clips.
Ah, trusted henchman. Enter.
Come in, Majesty.
I need you to take care of a meddler.
Another Q-topian?
No, this meddler is an alien. And he is not alone. He travels with a Zanian.
Oh, don't worry, your monstrousness. We'll get...
I never said I was worried.
No, of course not, Your Excellency. Sorry.
Find them at once and lock them away.
Forgive me, Majesty, but for how long?
Well, gosh, I don't want to seem unreasonable. So how about forever?
Tim Curry might have just the best evil laugh ever. I'm thinking... Yeah, let's actually go check out the Malevolands like we were going to do before we were so rudely interrupted by attempting being killed. Okay, so that's a hint that that's something to pick up and interact with, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, we could talk to the bouncer, we could... You know, let's go to the very ends of, not quite the Earth, because this isn't Earth, but let's go see if we can get to Nefarious?
Nefarious' castle.
I wouldn't want to live there.
Hey, I bet it's not even a nice place to visit.
Yeah, well, let's hope we never have to go there, right? I mean, God, that would be terrible.
Stump.
Half a tree is better than none.
Very optimistic. characteristically... I guess he's not necessarily a pessimist or anything like that. Come on, man. Hurry up. Okay, so here we are in the jail. Just a couple of things well, really only one thing we need to do here is to pick up this ink pad. I love the music in here, by the way. I don't know what sort of stock music it is. But I feel like it's... Gosh.
Look,
I've heard it somewhere before. And again, I guess that's that clever use of sort of stock music and music libraries, that it's like music you know you've heard before in other cartoons, but you just can't quite place it.
Goody. It's a safe.
What else did you think it was with a lock, Drew? So this is a totally optional part of the game that I may or may not complete because I am so bad at these sliding puzzles. But this one, I know I've done it before. I never wrote down the solution. I probably should, but this gives me some time, I guess, to sort of relax and actually offer some more thoughts on the game. It's hard doing a Let's Play on a point and click, but this is a nice little sort of reprieve from all the dialogue and stuff, I suppose. So yeah, these guys, I love these guys. I think these guys are my... I feel like I've said this about, like, 3 other characters already, but I think these guys collectively are my favorite characters in the whole game. So we've got Lugnut, who's the guy with the big ear here, Goggles with the big eyes, and Feedback, the sort of, I guess, the decided leader of the group. Again, all great voice actors. I mean, actually, this is a very Jim Cummings
One more time.
heavy. Yeah, I'm gonna reset this because I feel like I'm doing really bad. Very Jim Cummings heavy voice acting on this one. So again, we have Jim Cummings, who was BB Wolf, and Doe in this game. He's also Feedback, the leader. We heard Goggles talk. That's Corey Burton again, who we heard earlier in the game as Bric-a-Brac and the Footman, and then of course Lugnut, who is again voiced by Rob Paulson, who's Yakko from Animaniacs and Pinky from Pinky and the Brain, a lot of other stuff. But I really like just the idea behind them. You know, they're all kind of incomplete in different ways, but they have these kind of... I mean, we don't get, like, backstory on them, but I guess, well, I don't know. In a little bit, Nefarious kind of says something about them, because, again, of course, obviously, they're his main henchmen. But yeah, just the way that they're all sort of incomplete in different ways, but they have these kind of, oh, okay. Alright, got the top half done. It's not too bad. Maybe I'm better at this than I thought. Oh my gosh, I might actually pull this off. Sweet. But no, I do think it's cool because, like, the way their bodies are drawn, I guess they're supposed to be, like, whenever cartoonists are sketching figures, they just kind of use those, like, blocks, and they put those, like, contour lines. So I think that's a really...
There's some writing on it. Note,
hold on.
prototype only. Extremely limited range. Use in town centers only.
So yeah, just kind of an interesting sort of
life insurance before commencing
homage
travel.
to animation and how it happens. So yeah, this is an item. It's like the one item in the game that you don't really need to get to win or to progress the story, and you actually don't get to use it all that often. But you know, I like to. It's the closest I can get to 100%ing this game, is to show you this optional feature. So if you take out this hole and you put it on the pothole here.
Folks, here's the plan. I'm going to put down this mysterious prototypical thing we found in enemy territory and know nothing about, and then we're going to jump into it.
Gee, couldn't we just play a nice, quiet game of Russian roulette?
When we jump in... Whoa. I'm freaking out, man.
Expecting. But I know it wasn't this.
Really? Have you seen a mysterious dimension that doesn't feature eyeballs, mathematical formulae, and clocks flying around?
Point taken.
Always so pithy. Well, this, yeah, so basically this is it's a warp point where, obviously to the right is the Malevolands, down takes you to Xanadu, and going to the left takes you to the Q-topia town center. So it just sort of saves you a little bit of time. Not that the world is all that big and it takes forever to get anywhere, but, you know, whatever. It's just sort of an extra cool area to show off. And if you like slidey puzzles, well, there you go. But wow, this episode's getting kind of long. So this just seems like a good stopping point for some reason. When we come back next time, we'll probably check out more of the Malevolands, and I don't know. That's to be seen. Whatever it is, I hope you'll join me. Bye.